Good morning, friends. Melina here at Pathways New Age Books and Gifts in St. Louis, Missouri. You are looking at our Altar of the Blessed Dead. As you know, we just had Samhain on the 31st. We have Astrological Samhain on the 6th. So we put this up every year. These are prayer cards, photos of loved ones in spirit that have passed on. Pets are up there as well. People bring them in and add them to our altar space. And we also have asked people if they would like their loved ones' names read during this time. So we had a clipboard out where people could write down the names, which I will do my best to pronounce. I'm sure I will not get all of them right, but the intention is there. And we did gather the ones that were listed on our Facebook post as best we could. Rest assured, if you did that and you don't hear your ancestor's name, I've already spent a little time this morning energetically, like gathering anyone we could have missed and energetically adding them to the altar. So not to worry if you don't hear their name. Trust me, they're there with our loved ones here in Source. So we're going to start this out. And yes, it's very dark here, but the road in front of the store is kind of loud. So we're going to do our best today. But we're going to start with banishing pentagrams and hexagrams, which you guys will hear me doing, but you won't see me doing just because of setup. So if you hear any of that going on in the background, not to worry. Banishing pentagrams and hexagrams are a space clearing technique that's used in Western magic to clear your space on both the physical level and also on the etheric level, just so we have a nice clean space as we do this work today. So again, you will hear me do banishing pentagrams and hexagrams. We will read the prayer to the ancestors, and then we will begin the reading of the names. So as always, thanks so much for watching this, for lending your energy, and also for your support of Pathways, our shop here in St. Louis. So let me get that set up for you, and we'll get going. I'm going to apologize ahead of time. My voice is a little crunchy today, but we're going to do our best. Okay, starting with banishing pentagrams. Ate Malkuth, Vegabula, Vegadula, Leholam, Amen. Yahovah, Adonai, Before me Raphael, behind me Gabriel, on my right hand Michael, my left hand Oriel. For about me flame the pentagrams as I stand in the column of my father's six-rayed star. Ate Malkuth, Vegabula, Vegadula, Leholam, Amen. And hexagrams. Ayanari, Yud Non Resh Yud, Virgo Isis, Mighty Mother, Scorpio Apophis Destroyer, Sol Osiris, slain and risen, Isis Apophis Osiris, Eo, the sign of Osiris slain, the sign of the morning of Isis, the sign of Apophis and Typhon, the sign of Osiris risen, LVX Lux, in the light of the cross. Ra, Rita. Ra, Rita. Ra, Rita. Ra, Rita. Ayanari, Yud Non Resh Yud, Virgo Isis, Mighty Mother, Scorpio Apophis Destroyer, Sol Osiris, slain and risen, Isis Apophis Osiris, Eo, the sign of Osiris slain, the sign of the morning of Isis, the sign of Apophis and Typhon, the sign of Osiris risen, LVX Lux, in the light of the cross. Okay. And the reading of our prayer. The prayer for the ancestors of the blessed dead. Hear me, Blessed Mother. Hear me, Blessed Father. I call to the ancestors beyond the veil. I call to those who formed me. I call to those who loved me, both family of blood and bone and family of heart and bond. Hear me now. I am grateful to you for your lessons of bounty and loss, of happiness and sorrow, of bright sunny days and dark starless nights. I carry these lessons with me always. Ancestors of my lineage, I reach through space and time to call to you. Ancestors of culture, of race and tradition, assist me on my path. Continue to bring forth information to me to progress, to use, and to share. Ancestors of lineage, stand not behind me, but next to me and within my heart. For family, for ancestors, for all, I give thanks. So mote it be. All right. Now we'll begin the reading of the names. And again, I will do my best. Ernie, Sharon, and Mary Kay Rawls. Ruby Brown. Dean Christopher Wiegert. Richard Stoney Stone. Robert Prizoda. Shirley Civic. Michael Civic. Benita Striller. Myron Roast. James Pate Sr. Loretta Abkemeyer. Mike Guzov. Lou Guzov. Arnrado and Nellie Guzman. Marala Oberbeck and Howard Oberbeck. Tyler Rickman. Mike Oberbeck. Tony's dad. Bobby Floyd. Lorraine Williams. 1 second. Michael Oberbrom. Rose Stalin. Edward Stalin. Geraldine Stalin. Essa Mohammed Al-Jadali. Ali Asfour. Hassan Asfour. Frank Marineri. Samuel Ray Brown. Sam Martindale. Thomas Allen. Teresa Allen. Debbie Sanfilippo. Kenneth Reeves. Ardell Sanders. Peter Sheehan. Amanda Salters. Mary Gibson. Robert Leach. Zeta Sparkman Albee. Melissa Williams. Linda Shockley. Addie Lampy. Gladys French. Ramil Williams. Mildred Gibson. Virginia Anderson. Mott King. John Williams. Ann Maxwell. Nancy Calamia. Emma Maxwell. Pogo Conaway. Callie Weber. Robert and Doris Fritz. Gary Fry. Eric Fry. Benjamin Slinkard. Colin May. Kevin Chalcraft. Grumpy Grooms. There are pets on here as well. Marsha Hahn, Erica Bogue, Emma Swaller, Edwin Swaller, Barbara Krajicki, Ronald and Juanita Ellenbrecht, Harry Adams, William and Elvira Bowlesley, Craig Bergdorf, John and Ida Mercurio, James Pate Sr., Robert A. Stalin, Johnny Serwilio, Phyllis Gordon, Anna Mae Hanley, Jonathan Zachary Sockmeyer, Rebecca Andrews Kitchell, Erica Bogue, Ed and Emma Swaller, Barbara Krajicki, Jake Lindeman, Holly Hoven Francis, Arthur Roscoe, Stacy Roscoe, Daniel Amos Sellers, Carol Griffin, Clifford and Cecil Reed, Addie Lampy and Gladys French, Akery William and Doris Lean, Vicki Moisman, Maddie Fox, Bernie Matson, Don Bradley, Kaz West, Rita Oxspring, Kiernan Hogan, Gladys, Angie, Moses, Karen, Blanche, Red, Sully, Michi, Betty Elizabeth, Lily Mae, David and Marcia, James B., Aidan Poteet, Thomas Lagaman, Andrew Lagaman, Louisa Peter, Lillian Todd, Robert Allen Grant, Benjamin Booth, Danny Litters, Bruce Runyon, Nikki Grisham, Harry Adams, William and Elvira Rowley, Henry William, Jennifer McGowan, Helen Zimmerman, Warren Zimmerman, Stephen Johnson, Cora Reelings, Reeling, Cora Reeling, Charles Reeling, Robert Reeling, Elsie and Richard Reeling, Shannon Orando, Jackson Hart, Travis Carroll Dosha, Betty Shehorn, Frank Zerzhov, Jason Nolan, Michael F. Reich, James Hirschberger, Robin Thiel, Trish Lasky, Carl McIntosh, Liz Barnett Farrell, Aiden, Walter and Elsa Turek, William and Shirley LaRose, Arlene West, Tamantha West, Ryan Savka, Robert Smoot, Jean Walters, Gerald Reeling, Jim Haberberger, Art LeBeau, Betty White, Leslie Jordan, Marilyn Horton, Robert Horton, Chloe Dunnigan, Marion Dunnigan, Morris Dunnigan, Terry Garr, David Haggerty, Pauline Barnes, Milton Perkin, Cecil Reed, Clifford Reed, Ann Scoville, Richard Faulkner, Holly, Hannah, Buddy, Belle, Heather, Merlin, Rosie O'Grady, Katie, and Casey, all pets. Lucille Luckin, Herman Luckin, Linda Steele, Dick Steele, Jack Luckin, Kim Steele, Petey Steele, Cassie Steele, Buddy Steele, Kitty Lynch, Cletus Lynch, Lucy Jansen, Henry and Doris Cundiff, Zachary Maxwell, James Forrester, Vicky Mosman, Warren Eden, Big John Nothan, Kiernan Hogan, Cody, Lonham, Charlotte Doba, Linus Lynch, Speaker Lynch, Bella Bonus Kotzman, Michael Lynch, M.D., Pooker and Sadie Lynch, Jane Simmons, Johnny Serwillo, Aaron Dunkey, Tokyo Shank, Brent Richards, Dimitri Honeycutt, Ronald Paul Dempsey, John Neese, Lucy Frazier, Jeremy Strands, Jerry Lynn Rose Twitty, Joanne Holly Ford, William Martin, Louisa Martin, Amelia Molinar, Carolyn Martin, Phyllis Gordon, Ian Cheney, Travis Pinson, Teresa James, Dave Robinson, Lena Sanchez, Xander Hilterbrand, Aurora Sass, Robert Northrup, Bill Bivens, Jake Lindeman, Danielle Mock, Leonard Thornton, Ruth Sampson, John Williams, Ramil Williams, Mildred Libson, Virginia Anderson, Leon Anderson, Dragon Seer, Geraldine Stalin, Regina and Raymond, Molly Hoven Francis, Ramona Beaumont, Lester Beaumont, Bernice Musselman, Jeff Carleen, Linda Holtzman, Bud Wendell, Esther Windell, Helen Noble, Bud Noble, Linda Collier, Helen Carrasco, John Carrasco, James Heil, Emily Myers, Merritt Myers, James Bearden, Debbie James, Linda James, Jean Walters, Rick Link Jr., Tom Link, Jerry Reeling, Cora Reeling, Elsie Reeling, Brian Marsh, Thomas Sanderson, Laverne Helbig, Jim Helbig, Merlin Haley, Philip Agnew, Ida Starnes, Queen Fields, Juanita Harned, David Harned, Mary Lomberth, Will Lomberth, Kimberly Trimble, Robert Brust, Olga James, Jordan Hindle, Harta Leideke, Debbie Galati, Ciara Larson, Doreen and Ferdinand, Frank and Ruby, Imri Jokudi, Ed Frank, Dennis Johnson, Barbara Brink, Melvin Posney, Louise Fieser, Larry Smith, Mary Dotson, Bob Joseph, Tracy Holder, Travis Pinson, Carol Mokel, Jack Getz, Naomi Opal Richardson, Robert Vernon Richardson, Virba Ann Generally, Brian Stoll, Gladys Eisen, Bobby Eisen, Derek Eisen, Madeline Martin, John A. Schultz, Jan Halverson, Jerry Kepler, Linda Jackson, Norman Randolph, Phyllis Weekly, Clark and Ann Schumacher, Louise Martin, William Perry Martin, Amelia Moline, Caroline Martin, Jane, Molinar, DJ Offstein, Joseph R. Griffin, Minnie Schechter Fries, Elizabeth Kuhn Dickhaus, Joanna Dickhaus, Joseph McBrafer, Joe and Joyce, Nick Daizuba, Andrew Graves, Tanya Byerly, Isaac Smith, Mary Smith Castley, Ann Maxwell, Emma Maxwell, Harley, Nancy Calamia, Donald Elliott Grooms, Lucy Hart. All the animals that passed due to Hurricane Helene, names unknown but cherished nonetheless. And also the ones from Hurricane Milton. Stephanie Yanayan, Joe Vatterat, Ryan James, Ashley Schulte, Richard Lippman, Stanley Bell, Linda Jackson, Sue Jackson, Paul Vitale, let's see, Val Cross Sr., Val Cross Jr., Daniel Flanagan, Gwendolyn Spencer, Eleanor Jane Lockwood, Charles Spencer, Harold J. Lockwood, Betty and Gerald Vogelsang, Liam Payne, Eileen Brown Churchill, Duke Brown, Don Wildgruby, Lena Sanchez, Dave Robinson, Catherine Noeth, Paul Reese, and of course all those names that were listed online that maybe we missed any of those. Also for people in war-torn countries regardless of affiliation, all those that have passed in this past year. As always, we say hail and farewell, hail the traveler and blessed Bardo. So, friends, if you're ever in St. Louis, or if you'd ever like a name added to our Altar of the Blessed Dead, you can always call us. We'll be happy to add them. If you'd like to email us any photos, we'll be happy to print them out and put them on the altar. Just, of course, don't ever give us something you want back, because we pack everybody up together, and then we bring them out again next year. So anyway, we thank you for listening to this. We thank you for sending energy to all those loved ones in spirit and the families they leave behind. And as always, we are so truly grateful for you. And as we like to say, we say thank you. We say thank you. We say thank you. And hail the blessed dead.